Hey guys, it's E-Monk and here is the jacket. This is a tutorial on how to make the jacket. It is all handmade with no sewing. That is the best part. Now, I hope y'all enjoy it. I went ahead and did the top where the collar goes up. I just cut out some painter's tape and put it down and then put some gold lines at the top. For some reason my laptop didn't end up recording it, so I'm sorry I don't have that video feed, but I'll tell you the rest of it. At the bottom down here, I have the gold stripe going down. She has two, so if you could fit two, that would work perfect. Just put the painter's tape in between. But I didn't have room to put two for the style the jacket is, so I just chose to stick with one line. Now, good luck with you on that, and remember to do 2 lines on the collar at the top. I did do that. I'm sorry I didn't get that recorded. Now, on the right pocket, you want to paint it blue, the side that's going to be red, because that's what she did. And then when you go to do the blue side, leave it red on the flap of the pocket. Now to do your little cufflinks on the sleeve. What you're going to do is paint 2 gold lines and just put down the painter's tape and paint 2 gold lines. Now, what you're going to do is leave them both red. The collar and the end of the sleeves are both red, so leave those the way they are. You just need to put the gold on both of them. Once you stencil out your blue fabric, and once you cut it out, only do the sleeve. Then just hot glue it all on there. It was easier for me to cut it into pieces, but the final product, it looks like it was completely sewed, which a lot of people are shocked that I didn't sew it. All I did was hot glue it. And remember, this hot glue is extremely hot, so be very careful when handling with it. And if you are younger than 18, I would suggest getting an adult. Just be very, very careful. Now get your painter's tape and put a line straight down the middle. And then after that, what you're going to do is just start painting it with the fabric paint. The reason why I didn't do this on the sleeve is because the certain fabric that I'm using for the ribbon on the side, it will not go or glue onto fabric paint. Whenever you hot glue fabric paint, it tends to melt the fabric paint and then it leaks everywhere and it ends up not sticking. So it's best, if you're going to end up hot gluing something onto it, it's best to always use a different type of fabric instead of painting. Just a little tip for you, and remember, whenever we use fabric paint, we throw it into the dryer for an hour so it can do the heat treatment in case it rains or whenever you go to wash it. Now be very careful, this is washable, but it has to be hand washed only and cannot go in the dryer after. Once that side's dry, just flip it over and do the front. It's easier to do it buttoned or zipped. That way you can make sure that you get the excess stuff that's going to show. Like for me, I had the buttons, so I went ahead and painted over them blue. That way it blends in well with the jacket. And also make sure at the bottom where you did the gold, make sure you leave about a good inch above and stop painting from there because you want to leave red all the way around. Be sure to do that. Now get out your gold ribbon, and what you're going to do is stretch it along the sleeve. That way you can line it up perfectly, and then cut it. And then just start gluing from the top and go all the way to the bottom. And then once you do the middle part of it glued, what you're going to do is come into the sides and act like you're making a seam and just glue it in through the sides. Now be careful, it is very, very hot. don't forget to do both sides. She has it on the blue sleeve and on the red sleeve, and make sure if you can try to get as close to the middle of the sleeve as possible. Now for the back of the jacket, what you're wanting to do is get a gold Sharpie. That's what I chose, or get even one of those erasers or something of that nature to lightly write onto the jacket. And what you're going to do is just look at a reference picture and copy what it shows on there and freehand it. If you're not comfortable with that, you can try to print it out in a stencil, but I did not find one that would work, so I ended up freehanding it myself. Good luck to you on that. It took me a very long time to sit here and to roughly write it all out. What it does say, it says property of Joker, and then it has a Joker face with like a jester hat on, or even hair, either way you can look at it. And then at the bottom it has established with 2 lines beside of it, and then it has another line, and then it says puddin' freaky, another line, and also it says since forever on the side. And at the bottom, very bottom, I didn't see what exactly it said, so I just put angel or something of that nature. And I did forget to tell you that under established there is a diamond, so be sure to put that on there. Then you are good to go once you stencil this out. I would recommend to try it a couple of times before you put it on the shirt. Now go in with the gold paint and fill in where you did the Sharpie, and make sure that you cover up the Sharpie really well, and then just hang it to dry. And then after you let it dry, throw it in the dryer again for another heat treatment for an hour. Be sure to do this before wearing it. When you do the heat treatment, make sure that you turn it inside out. A way you can turn it inside out is pull the sleeves inside out and then zip it inside out, or button it. That's the easiest way. And that is how you make the jacket. It is completely wearable, and it's also washable. Here it is in the front. Now just remember, when you go out to wear it, you got to keep it unbuttoned or unzipped. Hers is a zipper, but I didn't really want to install a zipper, so I was kind of lazy about it. But this is how you do it, and I'm sorry I did not have all the time I needed to make the shoes. I currently had some problem. They just fell apart on me, but I do plan on finishing the shoes later, and hopefully finishing them later for YamaCon. Now, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please hit like and subscribe.